Hey guys, it's Micah from Sapulpa Times. Mhm. Well, I don't have Lucy with me this morning. Her son is sick, so she is out of pocket at the moment. So hopefully we'll see her back on Wednesday. Maybe we've actually got some stuff to talk about as far as that goes for Wednesday. So uh, may or may not be doing the show on location. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But we do have a few things we got to talk about. Some stuff we got to get out of the way here. So we need to talk about this football game. uh, I don't know how many of you guys are watching that were Chiefs fans. Seems like we have more Chiefs fans than we did Philadelphia fans in Sapulpa for sure. But man, it was really, it was about the worst game that I'd seen in all year, if not several years from the Chiefs. So uh, the only comfort that I'm taking from that game was that Jalen Hurts is a former OU player, got himself a Super Bowl, and I'm really happy that we had some Oklahoma boys who won the Super Bowl. So happy for him on that. Really upset with the Chiefs, and basically, I think it just kind of proved that the Chiefs, I think, lucked into a Super Bowl appearance at all this year. Those of you who are watching the whole season, then you know that we had at least a couple of games over this last season where, I mean, they really kind of won because they got lucky, and just because uh, they had that whole doink for the division and where the ball bounced off the uprights and everything. So it's what it is. But if you're like me, then you're probably upset about last night's game. But uh, and of course, they had the opportunity to go for a three-peat, which is what I was really hoping for to be making history there. But no, it was just Philadelphia with a better team, and that's what happened. So it is what it is. But still not happy about it, but it is what it is. So that's all we're going to talk about as far as that goes, I think. I did want to get in and talk about a couple other things. So we've got this cool business in Sapulpa that's going to be going up for sale. It's actually up for sale now, and I wanted to have a discussion about what you guys think ought to go in this location. This is a kind of a fascinating conversation I really enjoy having with people from time to time, looking at old Sapulpa businesses and talking about what would be a good fit there. And a couple of weeks ago, when we announced the closing of Walgreens over on Taft, and we said, hey, what would be a good thing to go in that location? And it seems like the largest response that we got was Aldi. And so, we haven't been in touch with Aldi corporate or anything. It would be fantastic if they did that with that building, but I don't know how likely that is to happen. This one is going to be a bit more of a challenge. So, let's talk about what's going to be happening there. Before we do that, let me clue you guys in on some stuff that's happening this week. So, Wednesday, you guys might have been watching the weather, and it was looking like we're going to have some snow on Wednesday. And it's kind of weird because we got some rain today, rain tomorrow, possibly, and then possibly snow on Wednesday. It's actually been, I don't know if you would call this upgraded or downgraded, because the amount of rain, it looks like it's actually pivoting more towards freezing rain rather than snow. And so this is going to be maybe the gross one, I guess. So, we've already had a really nice snow this year, and I do love it when we have a nice big, wet, packed full kind of snow that you can build snowmen or snowballs out of. But this one, this looks like freezing rain. This is where it might get dangerous. So that looks like the what's going to be happening on Wednesday morning. You guys be sure to keep an eye out for that. Um, and the schools will probably be making announcements about whether or not they'll have class. As of right now, this is on a personal level. We haven't heard anything from the schools yet, but we know they're watching it. Personally, I can expect that we will probably see a distance learning day that day. I don't know if it'll be an actual snow day. So all of you who have students in Sapulpa Public Schools, be ready to bring your Chromebooks home and stuff, and possibly have to go into distance learning that day. So, you guys be kind of keeping an eye out for that. That'll be happening on Wednesday morning, probably late Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning is when we'll see that switch over from rain to freezing rain, and then it might turn to snow. But right now, it's looking like it's more going to be freezing rain than snow. So, and then it won't stick around. It's going to be too warm a little later. So even if it is snow, um, it may be gone by like within the next 24 hours. So anyway, that's what's happening in midweek. So you guys be preparing yourself, get ready. Um, we were chopping firewood over the weekend in order to get ready for this. So I'm a little annoyed that it's not going to be an actual beautiful snow. It's kind of what I was hoping for, but it's what it is. That's part of Oklahoma for you. Okay, so tomorrow there's the Business Over Breakfast event that's happening over at Waypoint Lounge. That is still on. Chad O'Rourke is going to be coming to talk about the disc profile, and he's going to do this really great talk on communication. And basically, if you are someone who works with people at all, I'm going to highly encourage you guys to attend this event. This is going to be great. This is one of the chamber events, Business Over Breakfast. It's $15 if you're a chamber member. It's $30. No, I'm sorry, $20 if you're not a chamber member. Waypoint Lounge does an excellent breakfast, despite that's not what they do. They're a gaming lounge, and you do video games and PC games and stuff. But they actually do a really really great breakfast, and so. If you haven't had the breakfast over at Waypoint Lounge which they only bring out for events like this, it's not something they do all the time, but they're opening up early, getting this breakfast together for us, and we're expecting a good showing. And then Chad O'Rourke is really somebody you're going to want to come and listen to. So be sure to come and do that. That is tomorrow. Check with sapulpachamber.com to get registered for that. If you're not already, there is a chance that the registrations have already closed for that. So you'll just want to check with them and see if they still have some spaces open if you've got that going on tomorrow morning. And then this Saturday, don't forget the ice fishing over at Sahoma Lake is going to be happening. So they've got that heated dock out there. And even though the weather might be kind of gross and everything, apparently it's a really great way to get in there, be cozy, and bring the family out and do some ice fishing over there at Sahoma Lake. It's going to be a lot of fun. There are people who really live for this sort of thing, and I know there's going to be a handful of folks out there that do it every year, and they're into like that cold weather camping and stuff. And if that's something you might want to try, then give it a shot, and go check out the Sapulpa Parks Facebook page for more information on that. Okay. All right. Let's talk about kind of what I'm thinking is the main topic of the day. What should go in this other old Sapulpa location? So there is a place for sale, and it's been for sale, but they're starting to promote it more. So I'm talking about the old Sapulpa Sonic that is on Dewey Avenue, and it's right over by Maple Street, right after the railroad tracks. So when I was in high school, this was the Sonic location, and I don't know what it was before that. It's possible it could have been like an A&W or another drive-in or something like that. Before then, it's been closed for a long time. Sonic rebuilt their drive-in over on the corner of Dewey and Mission Street, and so now this location's been sitting there. I've heard rumors about a dispensary going in there, or a drive-through coffee shop going in there. And this particular location had a really big challenge with it because of what it is. I mean, it's kind of a drive-in and drive up, drive out kind of place. So I would really like to hear your thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comments on what you think might be a good option for this location. So now I don't know if a business opens up in there, they could tear the stalls out and decide, hey, we're just going to be like a drive-through, and I don't know, we're going to be a drive-through donut shop, or I don't know if they'd want to be a coffee shop or not, but be really interesting to see. I am actually a big fan of like the old, especially if you're going way back, like the old A&W drive-ins, and I kind of wish that we had more of those rather than, Sonic is still around, and that's pretty much all we have now. But I really kind of miss the days of like the car hop and putting your tray on the window and everything that was kind of went along with that. It seemed like a lot of fun. I had some good memories as a kid with my whole family going out there and just sitting in the car and eating dinner together. I mean, it's kind of a weird way to enjoy time with the family, but we did it. So I'd be curious to know like what you guys think ought to go in that spot. And so that space is available. It's for sale now. I don't actually have the price, but I know that Bernie Fugate is the leasing agent for it or the realtor for it. So maybe reach out to her if you're interested in that space. But it looks like it could be a lot of fun with whatever goes in there because that's a space that's been sitting dormant for so long. I think it could really do well to have something fresh in there, whether it's just a drive-through of some kind, or maybe a pull-up restaurant of some sort, or something like that. Again, we've got Sonic. Sonic is great. They are doing better, I think, than they have been in the last couple of years. But I don't know, something about A&W really kind of speaks to me on that. That's the first thing that came to mind for me. So I don't know. How would you guys feel about that? Having that sort of restaurant there, that would be kind of cool, I think. So anyway, you guys be sure to leave your comments there about that, and let me know what you think on that. So the last thing I wanted to bring up, speaking of like coffee shops and stuff, is I want to congratulate a local coffee shop of ours. So I'm actually sitting here in the CTS Coffee, and if you haven't been down here lately, you really got to come check this out. There's kind of a fresh new vibe of this place. The colors have changed. Sarah and her family are really doing a lot of great work here. So we're really grateful that they're doing um, what they are doing here in this shop. So definitely come and check this out. But I have to send a kudos out to another coffee shop. So Buffalo Beverage Company, which a lot of people were worried about you guys because that Starbucks is getting built literally right across the street. And Starbucks, I think, is going to be opening up this week, by the way. So that's going to be happening. But everybody was saying, hey, I'm going to continue to support Buffalo. And I think that's great. They do great work, great coffee. I really like the breads and stuff that they have there for breakfast, and I think I've had like a breakfast burrito there that's pretty good. So, but I mean, I think we were all kind of like wondering what was going to happen, and I just have to say I'm really, really proud of them for pushing ahead full steam and actually doing something I did not expect. So, rather than like try and beef up the Sapulpa location and really make sure that people go there, they are taking a different route, and they've opened a second location in Bristow now. And so this is right on the main drag in Bristow. There used to be Cody's, I think, was the name of the coffee shop beforehand. And it's funny because it's a dry cleaning place slash coffee shop restaurant. And so they have taken that over, and now it's the Buffalo Beverage Coffee Company, and it's an actual sit down coffee shop. And so, hey, Buffalo, we know how hard you guys have worked to stay in existence this entire time. And I just want to say, I think this is kind of a play that's out of left field here, but I was really impressed with that being the direction that you guys decided to go. I want to encourage anybody who's in Bristow, who's over in that part of the county, especially, go and support that coffee shop. Go have Buffalo Beverage, try them out. I'm sure it'll probably be all the same coffee that you've grown to love here at the drive-through shop. But and continue to support them. If Buffalo Beverage Coffee is your coffee shop here in Sapulpa, be sure to continue to support them and not let Starbucks have the final say on that. So anyway, just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. That was awesome. Really glad to hear that. And that is actually all I've got this morning. Don't have a lot of people here in the coffee shop this morning. I think a bunch of my Chiefs fans are nursing their losses from yesterday. So I'm just going to kind of let them do that. But hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys again on Wednesday, one way or another, despite what the weather does. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday, where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great Monday, everybody. Bye-bye.